Hey guys, what is up? I did a video maybe pre-corona or whatever you want to call that about my stock portfolio, and I think I was at $40,000. So I've advanced it even further. I'm now at $60,000. I've really stuck with it, and I want to kind of run you guys through somewhat maybe the basics of some of the questions I got, and then also how I got to where I'm at, what happened during corona, and blah 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 blah. Also, I'm wearing these aren't, I'm not trying to look all hoity-toity and fancy. These are like those blue light blocker glasses. I wear them at night so it doesn't mess with my sleep schedule. I don't know. I might review these too, maybe, at some point. But anyways, today we're talking about the stock market. And as you can see right here, I'm looking at my phone, but you're gonna see it on the screen. And you'll see I have a total of $60,384.66. Now it might fluctuate a little bit because I have like maybe 20, 30 bucks of Bitcoin, and Bitcoin runs at all hours. But right now it is after the markets have closed, so it shouldn't fluctuate too much. So it's around $60,384.66. And my total all-time gain that I've made is $7,947.66. So that means that I started with, my initial investment was right around $52,400. So how did I get here? What's my strategy? What did I do? I'll tell you all that. And this is not like a thing where I ask you to join a paid course or anything. That's stupid. That's scammy. And if you see that stuff in the comment section, avoid it. I've had to block a bunch of people on the last video that were all like, join my Robinhood class and get 2 free stocks and blah, blah. And you can get free stocks on Robinhood. And I could get free stocks if I told you to use my code when signing up for Robinhood, but I'm not going to do that. I think if you want to sign up for Robinhood, you should find a friend or somebody you know, and you can both get a free stock with their referral system. So I'm not saying I don't need it or I don't want it, but I don't need the, $2, $3. It's usually like a $2, $3, $4 stock that you get. But anyways, let's run through here. I'm just going to run you like a general overview of my portfolio in general. First one you're going to see here is Gain. It's Gladstone Investment. I've been investing in these guys for a long time. They're my biggest dividend earner. And I'm down $1,700.95, right? That's a lot. So I'm down a lot on that. But in total, I'm still up $7,947.66. But Gain, I'm definitely down on. And that is I think it's a real estate investment group out of New York, I believe is what they do. I'm not 100% sure. And then next down, well, we'll talk about dividends here in a second. The next one is going to be UAVS. This is one of those kind of like hot ticket. Like if you don't know, you should probably look into what UAVS is. UAVS is they develop drones for, they've really advanced drones, right? And the rumor is going around, apparently there was a video released maybe a year ago. I don't remember how long ago it was. And they, the first logo, the first watermark on the video was Amazon with the line and Ag Eagle. So it was like they're joining together. And Ag Eagle just opened up offices in Wichita, and Amazon is also going to be opening headquarters in Wichita as well, Wichita, Kansas. So coincidence? Maybe. But kind of look into that stock. It's really cool. I've been buying that. My friend told me about it when it was like 43 cents or something like that. So we've been buying quite a bit. So as you can see, I'm up $2,298 on just that stock alone. But if the reason it hasn't gone up more is because the Amazon deal is just a rumor right now. If it ever gets announced, it's a for sure thing, then the stock would skyrocket, hopefully, right? I don't have a crystal ball. I'm not gonna make predictions to, make you lose money. And again, when you're investing this kind of money, you should start small. You shouldn't just throw $60,000 into the stock market. You could. So UAVs, something definitely to look at. Just do your own research, Google it a little bit, and look and see kind of what the rumors are around that, like on the stock twits or whatever. And then SPHD is Power Shares, S&P 500, high dividend, low volatility. And they give me a dividend, and I have 270 shares of them. I've been investing with them for a long time. And then SCHD is like the Charles Schwab version of that. And if you see these like SPHD, SCHD, SPYD, they all kind of follow the same pattern on the grid or whatever looks the same. They all kind of they're ETFs, so they all invest in I think they're 500 different companies, and you're just basically buying a chunk of whatever they sell. All right, next is QQQ, Power Shares QQQ. I heard about this from, was it Andre Jick? I don't know, it might have been Andre Jick where I heard about QQQ from. QQQ is, I don't know, Power Shares QQQ. and he gives a better backstory. And Andre Jick is a guy that does YouTube. He's who I learned most of my investing stuff from. He doesn't sell paid courses. A lot of that stuff is really scammy, guys, so stay away from that. Stay away from people that make claims that you can day trade and make money. You might as well have frickin' slot machines. Stay away from day trading, because look at statistics. It's not going to happen for you. The best way to invest, in my experience and from what I've learned online and from people that are actually successful investing, is that you have to invest long term. There's different strategies. There's the stocks that are just going to appreciate, and then there's also stocks that give you dividends. I have a split approach, but mostly dividends. So QQQ is this amazing stock, and it's down. It was down yesterday. It was at like 307. Let me see. Yeah, it was up really high and then it dipped down. But if you look at their 5-year, it's just on a constant slope up, which is what I love. And I guess I didn't look at the 5 years of all these other ones. So SPYD, as you can see, it is just it's a constant up. Again, you have the big dip with Corona, and I'll talk about that here in a minute. And then SCHD, same thing. It's steady incline, big dip for a Corona, and then on the comeback. And then SPHD, same way, not as drastic of an incline though. It's kind of a slower gainer. Gain is the 5-year is, you got 4 years of good, and then the Corona, and then it was bad, and it was good. Now it's kind of bad. Now it's good again. So who knows? I'm not going to sell my stock in Gain. I love that the dividend is amazing on that. I think I've made up $17.95 just in dividends, probably, at least close. Okay, so let's go down. Microsoft, of course, that's a great one. Even if you just pop in today, if you look at their 5-year work, like what I'm showing you right now, it's just going to keep going up and going up and going. And I'm saying it's just going to. I don't know that, okay? I'm just saying in general, history would say that this stock is just going to keep going up and up. It is Microsoft. They're kind of too big to fail, as people would say, right? Also, I think I have to legally say that this is not financial advice or something. I don't know that disclaimer. I'm not telling you to. I'm just giving you examples of what I do here. Okay, the next one is going to be Coca-Cola. That is $53.33 right now, and I have 80 shares, and they have a dividend and everything. Their 5-year looks pretty good. They're a pretty steady, like, people are going to want Coke and Diet Coke and those products like that, which is weird. I'm a Pepsi person, so I don't drink Diet Coke or Coke. I drink Diet Pepsi, actually, but yeah. Next one is AT&T, and this is one I found through... I don't remember who told me about this stock, but I've had it for a long time, and I'm down on it, $331. But it's definitely been, so like on the last month, it's definitely been on the rise, as you can see here. So it's done pretty dang well over the past month. Everything kind of stabilized once the elections were over or whatever. One of the meaningful things I heard was that it doesn't, because some people will freak out about elections and who the president is. And if Donald Trump gets elected again, the stock market's going to shoot up. And if Joe Biden gets elected, everything's going to tank. And that's just throughout history. If you just go look, that's not the case for whatever president. The stock market continues to do its thing. There might be a dip for a day or something like that. And when Joe Biden won, we don't know. I mean, I'm assuming that he won. It was announced that he won. But everything went up. And apparently, from what I understand, the stock market is more like emotional than logical, and it tries to predict I don't know. It's really weird to explain. In my head, it's once there is calm and clarity, because before the election, everything was tanking, right? Because everybody's in turmoil and freaking out, and then now that there's some stability where people think they have a new leader or something's figured out, right? So it's clearer and people are ready to invest. I don't know. It's hard for me to explain that. Let's talk about the next stock I have, which is American Express. You can't go wrong. You can go wrong with anything, but in my experience, you can't go wrong with American Express or Visa or MasterCard. Those are just going to keep going up and keep going up and keep going up. The reason I chose American Express is because I think it has the highest dividend of all the cards, and that's why I chose them. Prospect Capital. Let's look at their 5-year. I don't know why I invested in this. I think this was something Andre Jick told me about, but I think I've actually made some money in dividends on this, possibly. I don't know. This will be more like a long-term hold just to see. The stock's only $5.42, and I think it was one of those where whenever I get my dividends coming in, if I'll have like an extra $6 or $7 or $8 that is just not allocated to something else, I'll just throw it in this. But I have 300 shares, and I've just kept them. But if you look at their 5-year, they're not anything spectacular. But the last year, if you look from like October 2017 to February 2020, it was pretty, so 680 there, and at the lowest it was before Corona 652. So if that dividend is worth more than the 30-cent drop in the share, then it's definitely worth it. And then the next one I have is New York Mortgage Trust, and I don't remember who showed me this. I think it was one of my friends, and they dipped way down with Corona, and I bought some during Corona, and so I'm up $239 off of 200 shares from New York Mortgage Trust. All right, so let's talk about in generalities with Corona. Now, as you can see, if we scroll here, I was at 55,000 around, let's see, right before it was 57,000. And then right after February, boom, Corona, and then down, 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 down. I was down at the lowest point. I was down, let me see here. Let me go to like see if I can get that exact date. I was down $16,188. $16,188.85. I was down 30%. Now, a lot of people panicked and sold. I did not. I held on. I didn't sell a single thing during Corona. I actually bought a bunch more. So I was at around maybe 45,000 or 50,000, close to around that I'd built up. After I made the last video with my 40,000 until Corona, I was building up, and then when Corona hit, I dumped it. When stuff was plummeting, I dumped a bunch of money in as well. So, and that's paid off in the end so far. But my thing was just to hold on and keep on purchasing more and more. And I hope that you did the same. That would be really cool. It makes me happy if you're making money. That's really, really cool. Let's see what else I can talk about. Let's talk about general strategy that I have. And again, when I'm doing this video, I'm not by no means an expert. I'm just a guy that parks money in the stock market and just kind of lets the money make money, you know? So my general strategy is dividends. I love dividends. I want the money to come in every month. Dividends are a bonus amount of money that a company will pay you to hold stock in them. Now, a company can stop dividends. They can increase dividends. They can decrease dividends. But in general, they keep the dividend. Once in a while, you'll see a company just stop the dividend altogether, but then a lot of people will sell because of that. They'll get out. So, for instance, gain. Let's see. First of all, I did an overall since I started investing until November 14th. I calculated everything, and I made $2,400 in dividends so far. So not only have I made $7,940, let's call it $8,000. I've made another $2,400. So I made $10,400 just by letting it sit. That's a good return on your money. If you put your money into a savings account or a CD, you're going to get like 2%. Return max, probably way less probably now because all the interest rates are going down. So to park it in the stock market and just start with something safe is what I would do. So if I were you and you wanted to put $100 into the stock market, I would say buy 2 shares of SPHD, put $150 in, buy 2 shares of SPHD. It's $65 right now, or something like that. Because if you look at their 5-year, they're just going to go up and up and up, and they do have a dividend, which is 2.93. So if I go down here to my history with them, I sold, I don't know what I sold and what for at that point. I don't know. Maybe I was moving between the SPHDs, and I'm not sure. So a dividend in September 28th, I got $73. And I think it's a quarterly dividend. Let me see here. When's the last dividend? March. So it's every 6 months. So the one before that, I got $39.77. So this is not an immediate money-making thing. This is more of a long-term hold. Now, gain, on the other hand, I think it'd be a great thing to buy right now. That would also be, and they're only $10 a share. So their dividend is 8.16. Now, if you remember the SPHD was 2.93. So I have a total, as far as money into it, let me see, I have $7,493 into SPHD, and then gain, I have $11,716. But with gain, if I go down here to my history, they pay monthly, right? So my last dividend was $75.25. So that's like 6 times almost the dividends that I'm getting from SPHD with just a little bit more money in it. So if you want to bank off dividends, that might be the way to go. So $75 on December 1st. November 2nd, $73. And these go up as time progresses because I buy more and more. October 1st, $73.50. Now, Gain used to do this thing where every quarter they would give you a bonus dividend amount, which was actually higher than the dividend amount that you would get paid. So let me find one here. August 1st was $70. June 30th. Okay, so here we go. So June 30th, I think June was the last month they did it. I guess they put a halt on it maybe. So June 30th was a dividend, a regularly scheduled one, but in between there, every 3 months, so June 17th, I got a dividend for $90, as you can see here. So that is just it's a bonus dividend they gave you. And I don't know if they'll ever bring that back. That would be really cool if they did. But that was a nice little bonus. They don't do that anymore, but the dividends are still really good with Gain, and you get it every month. So you get 8% or whatever dividend. Let's see, UAVs does not have a dividend. It's one of those stocks that are just, you see the dividend yield thing is blank there. QQQ, does it have a dividend? Yeah, it has like barely a dividend at all. I don't think I've ever got I got $1.94 in November. I didn't start buying QQQ until July. So they're probably like bi-yearly dividends maybe. AT&T has a dividend. I'm not sure. Let me see how much I've made from AT&T as far as dividends. Like I said, Gain is my big dividend earner. So dividend 26 bucks, 26 bucks, 26 bucks, May, June, July, August, September. So every 3 months, it's 26 bucks for me right now. $15.60 was before I bought more of it. I don't know how that works out because I had a market sell before. I don't know. It's all confusing, but the gist of what I do is I try to buy stocks that have a dividend where I get a monthly income, and I'm up to maybe, let me go to my history here. History, show more, dividends. So here's my dividends, and I have like pending, I have 11, 30, so 30, 43, 51, 61. I have 61 pending right now, $61 pending. And then I got 75 bucks December 1st, 39 bucks, so 40 plus 75 is 115, plus 2 is 117, plus 11 is, what was that, 117? Let's do the math again, hold on. So 18, 32, that's 50. 11, let's call it 10, that's 60, 62, plus 75, 135, let's say conservatively, and then 175 with the 40 bucks from SPHD. So that's about 175 bucks a month that I get from dividends. 175 bucks is a phone bill and maybe an electric bill. But what I do is I reinvest those dividends because over time you compound the interest of that money. So basically the more you make, the more you put into it. So if you get a dividend for 75 bucks from Gain and then you buy 7 more shares, you then get a dividend the next month for whatever you have plus 7 shares. So the dividend's higher and you keep reinvesting and snowballing and snowballing and snowballing. So eventually I want to have at least a maybe $150,000, $200,000 investment account. I mean, eventually later on it'd be hopefully $1 million, maybe, I don't know. But my goal is to hit 100,000 and that shouldn't take too long. I just get kind of lazy a lot of times I just forget this money and it just sits there and I don't check it very often. But yeah, that's kind of my spiel about my $60,000 Robinhood account. If you have any questions that I could answer, throw them down in the comments below. Don't leave any spammy bullshit like, oh, sign up linking your Robinhood for people to join up. Don't do that because I'm going to block you and I'm going to delete your comment. There's a lot of people doing that in the last video. When it comes to the finance world of YouTube, there's a lot of scammy people out there. Don't trust anybody trying to sell you a course. In general, that I've experienced, don't trust those people. A lot of people make way more money selling courses than they do actually investing in the stock market, and they're day traders, and it's stupid. There's all the information you need online is free, and I can give you kind of gist of it of what I've learned, but it's not that hard. You can see I got all my information from the internet, and it worked out for me. I've made 15-16% interest over the past however long I've been investing. So anyways, I just want to make this video. Feel free to subscribe if you're into, I usually just review tangible items, not like my stock market portfolio, but the last video did really well, so I figured I would update it and people are asking for an update. So yeah, but that's the end of the video, guys. If you have any questions, again, throw them in the comments down below. Leave a like if this helped you out. Please don't post any spammy comments about trying to get people to join your course or use your Robinhood to get a free stock because I will block you and I will delete your comment. But yeah, that's all, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.